Well, boys, today is tomorrow, and Sykkuno is in the news for, I'm gonna be honest here, this is one of the more wilder stories that we're gonna be having today. I'm like, other than one that got taken down. If you guys want to see the video that magically had to be removed yesterday, yo, just saying, I have a Patreon now. I have a Patreon. It's free, alright? The video is free to go see. The most dangerous video known to YouTube kind, alright? It is now on Patreon. You guys can go see that. Please support the channel right now. YouTube is, they are not liking me at all. I think I'm going to start streaming every day from 12 a.m. to 4 p.m. Alright, boys, just letting you guys know from 12 a.m. to 4 p.m. is whenever I'm going to start streaming. You know, come in, bring in some topics. And now we're getting back into Sykkuno, because this little playboy, oh my god, his got exposed so hard. Now, if you guys don't know who Sykkuno is, he was legitimately one of the biggest streamers on Twitch during the whole pandemic. So as you guys can see, Sykkuno, you know, he started off pretty modestly back in 2019, and then he started playing with Lily Pichu around 2020, the Among Us eras especially, and he blew up. Oh my god, this man had a massive, and I mean massive rise. He took a couple years break, 2 years break, and then he came back. You know, he gets a couple thousand viewers, but still, you like, he was one of the biggest streamers out there. And if you guys like that fall off, don't worry, he's a multi-millionaire, by the way. Like, he got $5 million from YouTube to stream on YouTube exclusively, so he's good. He's good. All right, he has more than enough money that he's now spending on his let's just say his I'm gonna be honest here, I might have to censor that because I don't know how YouTube is gonna be with that. Because recently Sykkuno got exposed by this woman named Mal. Now, if you guys don't know who Mal is, she is a let's just say not safe for work channel. All right, if you're in the office, don't go googling Mal. All right, let's just say that. But this woman came out here exposing Sykkuno, saying, exposing Sykkuno, a serial cheater, a master manipulator, and dangerous read. I'm gonna be honest here, chat. If you ask me, don't get me wrong, yo, Sykkuno, what you did to these girls are wrong. Whenever I tell you guys the full story, you guys are gonna be like, all right, yo, this woman, A, she still wants him, and B, I feel like going a little far, especially dangerous. At worst, he broke a couple girls' hearts. At max, just a boyfriend. All right, let's just say that all together. Just. Now, if you guys don't know, Sykkuno was dating this woman back in 2021, and of course you guys didn't know that because no one knew that, because he kept that relationship secret so he could continuously talk to smaller female creators and, you know, go to conventions and do his thing with them. Now, we didn't know any of this was going down because if you guys don't know, Sykkuno for a while has been known as like a fail guy in the sense of, like, you know, a fail girl, basically. Like, oh, they just need that one person to fix them, because Sykkuno had this whole persona on Twitch where he was a very shy individual and he would talk very softly, and if you bring up anything even about a relationship, he would blush like, oh my god, what do you mean, have I ever held a girl's hand? No, I've Yo, I don't even want to talk about that. Come on, guys. I've never done anything like that. You know, I've never held a girl's hand. That was legitimately his stream content, and that content was so good, especially back in 2020, whenever parasocialism was going rampant. We already know how that whole entire thing was going down. He had one of, if not the biggest female audience on Twitch. I mean, more females were in Sykkuno's audience than in Pokimane, who literally is trying her best to get an all female audience. Pokimane, Lily Pichu, any female streamer, he had a bigger female audience than them, and he wielded that power. Woo! Let's just say he was doing some devious things with that power. Now, obviously, in the Google Docky, yep, boys, we have a whole Google Docky right here. All right. Oh my gosh, he wrote 27 pages of just. I'm gonna be honest here. There's some stuff in here, but there's a lot of filler arc. So we have Maul here, basically compiling hers and another streamer called Effie's, or I don't know, is F something like that, where basically they realize that they're talking to Sykkuno and they were doing things with Sykkuno that while he had a girlfriend, and he didn't mention that he was seeing, either Maul or Effie. So, yes, he was cheating on 3 different women at one time. Boy had a roster, all right. And these are only the women we know about, by the way. We don't know how long or how many women this man Sykkuno did this with. Like, we just don't know. We just don't know right now. So obviously, Maul comes in, she has her own post because Sykkuno would go around to smaller streamers slash content creators in general, and he would, follow them, which would have these people be starstruck, being like, oh my god, Sykkuno followed me back or started following me? One of the biggest content creators in general, well, not now, but still 1,000 viewers. He still has like a pretty sizable, viewer base. But obviously, these women would be starstruck, and then they would start up a conversation with him, and obviously, it would lead into flirtation, and he would always be receptive to those flirtatious messages, even though, again, Sykkuno had a girlfriend since 2021. So let's just say these are extracurricular activities he would be getting up to. Now, obviously, these activities would get into let's just say more devious territories with someone that's supposed to be a fail guy. Again, a guy that is very shy, right? It's a whole stereotype. A guy that's very shy, very polite. He's actually really smooth with the girls, but he doesn't know that. He doesn't understand that, like, he's so cute, right? That's what a fail guy is. It's basically a guy that doesn't understand that girls actually do like him. So basically, Maul just leaked the DMs. All right, she leaked all the DMs because basically Sykkuno was talking about within 2 days. By the way, they started messaging, and within 2 days, this man was talking about we're gonna get a dog together and we're gonna move in. Yes, this man said they're gonna get a dog together and they're gonna move in with each other. While again, Sykkuno had a girlfriend of actually 5 years at this point, because this is 2026. This is extremely recently. Like, this just happened. Like, just happened. Like, literally last month they were talking. This month this man's getting exposed. So obviously, there's also things where Sykkuno would fly this woman out to events and have them share hotels with each other, and you know what they would do in those hotels. And obviously, he would keep up this facade of the fail guy, where he's acting shy in the DMs, even though the girl's just like, all right, bro. A, you've had a girlfriend before. You admitted at least having one in the past. And then B, I'm out here sending you all these spicy messages and photos and stuff. Well, did you look at them? Did you use the materials? Right? Because we have this clip from Mugen's video basically going over this, saying Sykkuno is facing backlash after being exposed for a relationship with a VTuber while still with his girlfriend of 5 years. This dog. Oh my god, they need to send this to the dog pound.
Mal would say, you get flustered so easily. And then Sykkuno would say, because I'm not. I've never done like this kind of thing before, lol. To which she would say, and? You don't like it? He'd continue saying, which is crazy because I'm older than you, but like I haven't really dated much, so. And then Mal would say, so? You have me now. He'd reply with, my XP bar is low, but no, I do it. I've never gotten something like this before. Yes, I like it. It's so good. I can't wait to use it later. As in, I can't wait to grill my sausage to it later, whatever she sent. To which she would reply with, you know, I've kind of wondered if you've ever touched yourself while watching what I send you. To which he'd say, what? Why would you wonder that? She'd say, well, because they're spicy pictures and videos. Of course, I wonder if you put them to use. And then he'd say, I'll definitely put this one to use. She'd say, so you've never done so before? And then he would say, maybe in all caps with a flustered sweating emoji. This is when she'd put her foot down and say, I want a yes or no. And then he would say, yes, of course I have. How could I not? Mal would say,
oh my God. Bro said, how could I not? Now again, chat, I can't show you this mall person because on her profile, it's just spicy images. I mean, like hot tamale. Oh my goodness. Lucky guy, this man. Just letting you know, this relationship with him and Maul probably isn't even over, by the way. Whenever we get into the rest of this, it's probably just not even over. But this man, Sykkuno, has a plan. Again, Sykkuno is a millionaire, multi-millionaire. Money's really no object to this man. So Sykkuno would start doing this to many other girls, right? Whenever he would finally get them into DMs, and then they would do this whole, you know, relationship thing. He would randomly start sending them money. Because now we have this little post right here where it says, less than a month later, Sykkuno would randomly ask for my PayPal account in DMs. He'd then waste no time in sending me money unprompted, something that I'd later realize was simply a behavior pattern that he'd employ with women he'd express interest in. I want to reiterate that I have never asked him for his money, and he did this of his own volition. He bought me both a gym jacket linked below and Resident Evil 9 because I expressed interest in the game. Now, chat, I don't know about you. That just sounds like a good business opportunity to me. Sounds like you just doing business at that point. You telling me you giving up a full-time job with benefits, by the way, to what? Expose a man? Now, Maul said that she would never go for a 34-year-old if he wasn't literally Sykkuno, a multi-millionaire, and also a guy that she has been watching for a while that I'm assuming had a crush on ever since she was young, seeing that, again, he blew up during the whole... I don't even know if I can even say that. I'm going to be honest here, chat. I might have to censor that word. I truly don't know anymore. So, if you guys don't know, this man is a, I guess, love bomber is what they're saying. He's a serial love bomber. I know, chat. Serial love bomber. Not only will he send these women money, he will also say, I love you. I can't believe it. Can't believe it. These women are being predated on. They were given money and love and attention. Don't get me wrong. Again, he's a cheater. He cheated on his girlfriend. Again. But I feel like the wording Maul used in this, whole entire thing made him seem like he was worse. Like she made it seem like this man had a 3-letter acronym as a online username. And trust me, we went over a lot of 3-letter acronyms. All right. If you got 3 letters as an acronym for your username, it's only a matter of time before you get exposed. I'm just saying here. But this woman made it seem like he was doing the worst. All right. The worst. But then we get a video because she then puts out a video of her in a call with Sykkuno. Basically, she recorded a call with Sykkuno right after he got exposed, by the way. I don't know why Sykkuno really wanted to talk to her while Sykkuno's girlfriend was downstairs in his probably multi-million-dollar mansion crying that her boyfriend was cheating on her. And he ran upstairs to get recorded in a Discord call where he's trying his best to salvage this relationship with Maul. So in this first clip, Maul calls out this 34-year-old man, Sykkuno, for acting like a child and not just manning up already. And, why didn't he just break up with his girlfriend whenever he wanted a new relationship instead of just dragging it along?
Why? Why didn't you just break off the relationship then?
Because it was a combination of remembering how it was, some part of me hoping it would go back to that, and
Well, obviously it's not going to go back to that if you're actively cheating on her. It's only going to get worse. I think that's really on you, bud. And I know you're smarter than that.
I'm not.
I mean, for fuck's sake, you're a 34-year-old man. Yes, you are.
Oh my god.
Stop acting like you're a child.
Don't think that's what I'm acting like, but
I mean, you say you're not smarter than that, but you are. You're a 34-year-old man. You just chose to do it. You knew well in the back of your head that wasn't going to end up well.
yeah. But it's complicated.
It's really not.
So-
Cheating is just bad. She hasn't done anything to ask for it to be cheated on. It's pretty cut and dry.
Yeah, but she relied on me to take care of a lot of things.
So, yes, this literal is scolding a 34-year-old grown man. Don't get me wrong, I understand he feels bad and everything, but while his literal girlfriend is downstairs, again, he hopped on this call after he got exposed, and she then just recorded it. I don't understand this either. I don't understand this either. He hopped on this call after she exposed him to his girlfriend. And he hopped on a call to get recorded to be called a child. Now, Sykkuno is now going to say, or I guess try his best excuse to say, well, she relied on me, right? His girlfriend relied on him. Which, I mean, like, bro, people break up all the time. Like, what? You telling me she can't go out and get a job? Like what? Were you stopping her from getting a job? Were you forcing her to be like a trad wife whenever she didn't want to be? Like, I don't understand. This woman go work at Safeway, Walmart, somewhere. I'm like, there's plenty of places that would love to employ this woman. All right, she can go back to college.
Yeah. But it's complicated.
It's really not.
So-
Cheating is just bad. She hasn't done anything to ask for it to be cheated on. It's pretty cut and dry.
Yeah, but she relied on me to take care of a lot of things.
I'm like,
and I
bro,
still cared about her.
that doesn't mean
Okay,
cheat.
that doesn't mean that you do that because you wanted to, not because she was like holding it against you or forcing you to.
No.
Exactly. So there's still no excuse for you to cheat on her.
Not saying there was one. Just explaining why it happened.
That's not an explanation, by the way. She relied on me. Okay, if you could just tell her to stop relying on you and to go get a job. All right, like what? Now Maul is gonna say, like, if he really felt bad about her relying on him, he could have still broke up with her and just supported her until she was able to find a job. Which, I want to be honest here, if you ask me, if he really wanted to do that, sure. But also, like, she's a grown woman as well. I'm like, unless he forced her to become like a trad wife or something, it was up to you. You didn't have a child with this man, so you're not really entitled to anything, nor are you married to him. So you're not really entitled to anything. He already made money before they even met, so it wasn't like she was also a part of some business or something that, generated billions of dollars with her help because she was taking stresses off of him that he needed her to take off of, and it would have ate into actual work hours if she had a job. No, she was a woman that I'm assuming Sykkuno met the exact same way he met Maul, Effie, and everyone else. Also Bao. She's just a woman he met on the internet that he got into a relationship with since 2021, and now this whole entire thing is boiling over. Right? It's just all boiling over into this melting pot of. He probably didn't get that many girls growing up. Let's all be honest. He probably didn't. He got this one girlfriend. He didn't want to let her go. And now he's trying to make an excuse of saying, well, I do pay for everything. I keep up this very luxurious lifestyle for her, and I don't want her to go back to, like, the trap. right? I don't want to go back to like bum nowhere, Missouri. But also, my guy, like cheating on her also wasn't the answer. I'm like, who knows? Maybe if he asked, she would have been very, very happy with the open relationship. I don't know. You can ask questions. You can ask questions. No one said you couldn't have inquiries. But moving on, because during this thing, he then moves from saying, like, oh, she relied on me, that's why I stayed with her, to saying he was actually planning on breaking up with his girlfriend, which I'm just like, bro, you could have just done that, by the way. He could have just done that. Like, brother, if you had this new girl, well, he had plenty of new girls before Mal actually exposed them. There was plenty of other women that he had before this. But like, if you knew you had this new girl that you wanted to be with, and you were just like, you know what, girlfriend, we're just not really working out, because he says, oh, we haven't done things together in years, which I don't know what done things together means. I'm like, again, the woman lives in his house. Again, you could just ask. Like, I don't understand. Like, if the relationship was that turmoil or was on the rocks that much, you could have just broke it off at that point. And I'm like, you could have just broke it off at that point. You know, clean break. Could have been like, hey man, we're just not meshing well together. I understand that, you know, I was keeping up this lifestyle for you, but you know, I have priorities in my life that I want to take care of now, and it seems like you have your own priorities. I'm like, let's just break it off at this point. You know, let's go our separate ways, and then he can go off with his and live a happy life. But nah, now he's getting belittled by this woman years younger than him.
You gave me all these fast promises about, oh, we're gonna go on a date when you come visit here. What, so you could cheat on your girlfriend again? So you could sleep with me so you could cheat on your girlfriend again?
That was playing.
What were you intending with that?
Well, I thought it was going to be over.
But what?
Like, I thought that was going to be the end of that.
The end of what?
My previous relationship.
You were gonna break up with so you could date me, or what?
Well, like I said, it'd been a long time where, like, we hadn't spent time together. Hadn't done anything in years.
What you mean by that?
And in my head, I thought that was at some point be over.
What? I couldn't hear you.
I said, I thought that meant that was going to be like the end of it.
So you were already moving on before you even broke up with her? Were you intending to break up with her, or were you just waiting for her to break up with you?
No, I don't know. It's
So,
just a really weird
I
mix
just
of like.
want to understand this. So what was your intention with me? Like, where was I in this whole thing? Like, were you intending to date me after her? Like, were you intending to just ditch to go date me?
I mean, I guess for me, it felt like it was already. Oh.
But that's not what I asked. I'm talking about me.
I mean, yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking.
You were thinking to just ditch her and then date me. What, were you gonna do the same thing to me? I'm sorry, but like, you're not really selling this whole relationship thing really well if this is the type of relationships you uphold.
It's fine. I'm not trying to sell it.
I can tell.
So, yeah. That boy, I want to be honest here, he kind of fumbled the bag right there. He kind of fumbled the bag. I'm not even gonna lie, chat. Now, obviously, Sykkuno, he's, you know, he has to recover this. You know, he has to pick up the fumble. So now he's gonna talk about how, you know, he wish he could go back in time before he cheated on his girlfriend. You know, the classics. Yeah. Bro got it in the bag, all right? This man been doing this for at least the past 6 years now. He got it in the bag. Bro, he know what he doing. All right, he know what he doing. He tugging at the heartstrings with Maul. He's tugging at the heartstrings with the Maul. Talking about so he wants to go back in time before he cheated.
Said how I felt.
Like, you could have just deadass. If the only thing that you were concerned about is the fact that she relied on you for things, you could have just supported her until she got back onto her feet, so she could support herself. You know?
wasn't just that.
Then what else?
Somehow hoping it would go back to how things used to be.
Well, as I already told you, cheating is not going to make it go back to how it used to be.
It's a lot easier to say that way.
When what?
It's the truth. It's the harsh truth. Nothing is going to go back the same way that it was if you're going to cheat on someone actively.
Yeah.
Hey, man. He know what he doing with that soft little voice, all right? He know what he doing with that soft little voice. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, I just wanted to go back to what it was. Hey, man, he know what he doing, all right? He's smooth with it. Sykkuno's smooth with it. Brother, but you want to know the sad part about this is? It's not like his girlfriend didn't know he cheated on her, right? Actually, Sykkuno's girlfriend knew he cheated on her before. They talked about this and she forgave him for one incident. This is now incident number 2 that she knows of. By the way, this is that she knows of and that we know of.
Sure. Poor girl's been through enough.
Right.
But honest to God, I feel like the poor girl's been through enough. I don't think you should have to sit there and keep doing this to her. Because I was in a group chat with her while you were on stream. And this girl's absolutely f***ing distraught because of the shit that you've done to her. The shit that you've put her through. Like, genuinely. Do you know how much that fucks someone up? Like, you already cheated on her once, and she decided to trust you still. She decided to stay with you, despite the fact that you already had cheated on her and admitted to it. And what do? You go onto Twitter and go find the next girl to flirt with.
He's probably doing that right now.
Like, if anything, honest to God, I'm not even mad at this point. I'm just disappointed. I'm really disappointed.
Yep, that's fair.
Because she's been crying to Bao about it. Bao's been sitting there, like, comforting this girl, trying to tell her, hey, maybe you should leave him. Because this isn't okay. This really isn't okay. You're putting this girl through mental strain. Every single day. That you continue to be with her. While you're sitting there having fun playing with your friends. Be so honest right now, Thomas.
That boy is just uncomfortably silent. Oh my goodness. Now, while we wait for this man to unfreeze, he's not frozen, he's just silent. I want to let you guys know about Bao. Now, Bao made a pretty infamous tweet back in October of last year that now has came out to light to be about Sykkuno. Because now inside of the Google Docky, yes boys, we gotta go back to the Google Docky. We have this line saying, Bao told me that at the end of March, Sykkuno's girlfriend reached out to her regarding a controversial tweet Bao made last year. She asked Bao if it was true that the tweet was about Sykkuno. And it's this tweet. Bao the Whale says, if you're an up-and-coming female content creator with a small but growing audience and a much larger and successful male content creator approaches you out of nowhere and showers you with attention on stream, in DMs, etc., don't walk, run. Now, we talked about this in the last video, top right hand corner, about Senna. Just saying, it's not just female creators. If you're a big male creator and a female creator showers you with love and attention out of nowhere, just saying, don't walk, run. This is a two-way street, by the way. Click that video right here and find out what the hell's going on with Senna. But yes, that tweet came out last year, and essentially Bao was talking about Sykkuno. I'm assuming what actually happened is, Bao was talking with Sykkuno's girlfriend, and then Sykkuno's girlfriend explained how Sykkuno cheated on her with one person before, and she made that controversial tweet that now seems to be not very controversial anymore. But yes, it does seem like that tweet was about Sykkuno. who, let's see if he's unfrozen yet.
So you think, I mean, you might be right.
You might be right.
Yeah. Like, if it is money that she doesn't have, or if it's a job, or if it's family, or
I
blah blah
already
blah blah.
gave her a lot.
Yeah, well, there exactly.
Boy, sorry,
Just
about
help
the-
her
the
back on her
euros.
feet until she can support herself, and then just leave the girl alone, because she deserves better than that. Because you cannot sit there and be like, I love her, but do all of this shit to her and continue to let her stay in that situation.
Well, one part of that wasn't true.
What?
I mean, I think the feelings faded.
Well, then you should just let her go.
Feelings faded.
Instead of just sitting her there wasting her time.
Okay, well, anyway.
And also, why'd you get on a call with me when right now she's upset? I know she lives with you.
I already talked to her.
Yeah, you should be
And I
there
told
to
her I'm going to talk to you first.
comfort her. She's the one that you cheated on.
So yeah, like I said, this man ran upstairs after he got exposed to, you know, the whole group of, you know, his peers and friends and people that he cheated on his girlfriend. And instead of him talking to his girlfriend, he ran upstairs to talk to Maul. And I'm gonna be honest here, chat. I know what Maul is doing. I know what Maul is doing, alright? I know what Maul is doing. Because Sykkuno then wanted to say, hey man, I just wanted to settle this with me and you. You know, obviously, you know, Maul, we're done after this. You know, it seems like you don't want anything to do with me. Chat, I'ma just let you know right now. Bro, Maul, she ain't done with this man. Let's just say that. Let's just say that. This man, he recovered. Let's just say that. He recovered the fumble.
No, I'm going to be doing that. I just wanted to settle this first.
This is not settled. I'm beyond upset with you. Like, genuinely beyond upset with you.
I mean, that's fine. By settled, I mean, like, that's it. Like,
They're done.
What's it?
probably never talking again.
You and me?
Yes.
Oh my god. I'm gonna be honest here, Sykkuno run. You heard that laugh, by the way, chat. Y'all heard that, by the way. Sykkuno, my guy. You are not built for this. You ain't built for this. Sykkuno, you gotta run. Sykkuno, you gotta run. This just snapped in the middle of the call. You gotta run, my guy. You can't. Sykkuno. After you reveal to a woman that you've been cheating on her with a girl of 5 years, and she goes, "Oh, you thought we were done? Oh, you thought I was just gonna let you go away? Nah, that's fine, bro. You gotta run, Sykkuno. She's probably gonna rip it off."
What? Why?
Is that not why?
What is why? I'm still upset with you, but you didn't cheat on me.
Brother, I like how she made a whole tweet, by the way. Chat. This woman made a whole tweet. By the way, calling him a dangerous master manipulator. And after she wrote up this whole entire Google Doc, right, and exposed him, she then gets into a call where he's like, "Hey man, this is it. Me and you were done." And she's sitting there just like, like she's Orochimaru or something, talking about some, "Oh boy, no, me and you aren't done. You and that woman downstairs crying, you just need to wrap up whatever loose ends and let's just say you're mine now. I need to keep you sealed away like the nine-tailed fox." Yes, this woman, after calling him a dangerous And she also made a second tweet, by the way. Not just, she had to clarify the dangerous part of the tweet, alright? She had to clarify that. For everyone confused, isn't he on small female VTubers and lies to them and gives them half-truths with the intentions to have interactions with them. English isn't my first language, so I thought I'd clear that up. Hey man, she let's just say this boy is, or she's Naruto, and she has to seal away the nine-tailed fox. Let's just say that, and get her or get him away from the village, which is his now, I'm assuming, ex-girlfriend.
You can still talk to me and be like, make up for your actions. Don't get me wrong, because I always am there for second chances. But I never will forgive you for cheating on her. That's.
But you know, we can move on. We can make something beautiful ourselves.
That's that.
So yes, Maul then proposes that they stay in a relationship with each other. Or at least in a friendly relationship, from what she's trying to make it seem, even though she's trying to say, like, oh yeah, we can still talk and stuff. It's like, bro, you guys, slapping hams. All right, they were slapping hams. I don't know how friendly that relationship's gonna stay. I think we already know what Maul is trying to do here. Now, obviously, Maul then has to ask the last question before she, ends off the call and ends it off for the night, before she hops back in the DMs and tries to get, with Sykkuno continuously. She's gonna try to continuously talk to this man. I thought he was supposed to be but all right. Yeah, I guess he's a real in the sheets. Let's just say that. Because Maul then asks, well, how big is the roster? How many people are trying to seal away the nine-tailed fox? Because, I'm the only one that is allowed to do this, by the way. I'm the only one that can seal away the nine-tailed fox, all right?
How big was the roster again?
I don't think I ever had one of those.
No, bro, you had a roster.
Maybe not at the same time, but you sure do hop around.
Bro, he got a roster right now.
Suppose so.
Yeah. All I care about right now is that he's okay.
And that she's out of the
Keep me updated
picture.
on that.
I don't know if that's a possibility.
Brother, Sykkuno's literally just sitting here, just like, why do you care if I break up with her or not? Like, bro, what? That has nothing to do with you at this point. It's like, yeah, it's like, if you want to talk to her, you can talk to her. Why do I personally need to keep you updated on that? You can just call her or text her yourself, seeing that you have her information. Like I said, chat. Maul knows what she's doing. All right, she's trying to get the other one out of the picture. All right, like I said, she's the only one that can seal away this nine-tailed fox. She's trying to tie up loose ends.
You can keep me updated on how she's doing. You can keep me updated on when she moves out, because I don't think she should be living with you anymore.
Brother, Sykkuno, run.
I think you need me to do that.
I mean, yeah, I care about her.
And text her yourself.
Like,
Yeah, she can do that.
True. I'll just reach out to her then. But, yeah, no, just... Like... Go talk to her. She needs you right now.
Yeah, okay. Oh, bye.
Bye, Thomas.
And that was it. All right. Someone tells me Thomas swiftly went to go tell her, hey, yeah, sorry, broke up. Bye. Hopefully, you do good. So, yeah, I got to get back upstairs into another call. Really getting exposed here. I did a big bad. Brother, that's a succubus and a half if I heard one. Again, chat, like I said, she looks great. If you guys go look at her content, she looks great. I can see why Sykkuno did the things that he did. But also, my guy, Sykkuno, my guy. You don't have to be like this, alright? You can get yourself a woman that isn't just so blatantly about to use you. Alright, please, Sykkuno, I'm telling you, don't talk to Maul again. I'm telling you, man to man, we've all been in this situation, alright? Don't talk to Maul again. Like, my guy, you cannot. She has some devious plans for you. Now, obviously, a lot of people that have found out about this are trying to treat this like it's the worst thing ever. Like, they got caught on a Gideon video or a Skeeter Jean video or something. Because now we have Sykkuno's clips on Twitter basically saying he's done with, Sykkuno. He's just going to wipe the whole account. Hey, back from the dead, real quick to say, F you, Sykkuno. Like, dude, I know the bar is in hell, but it ain't hard to be at least a decent person. About to wipe this whole clean. He doesn't deserve an ounce of clout coming his way. My guy, I think you already missed out on the whole, him gaining millions of subscribers and millions of dollars. During the whole wave he was coming up. He's not getting any kind of clout from you, my guy. Like, this guy's trying to make it seem like he's actually making Sykkuno's career here. It's like, nah, Sykkuno is past good. That boy is swimming in it. All right, he is really good. So, yes, boys, that is the Sykkuno situation. I mean, like, just as well as this woman wanted to call him, something tells me she's on him herself. Just like Cinna on Mizkif. Yes, Mizkif exposed the reason why he was doing so many streams and collaborations with Cinna back in the day. And let's just say she was nefarious with her damn self. Go ahead and click this video right here to find out what the hell's going on with Cinna. But other than that, don't forget, subscribe, comment down below, and I'll see you all tomorrow.